What up? What up? What up? What up? What's good, people? What is up? What is they went from the fourth level of hell and sent us down to the seventh level of hell. Why? Because then you got Kwanzaa pulling out her titties. The whore pulled out her titties, and these whore bags over here started feeling and fondling on her tits. Mike,
I don't have it to do with you. Girl, you can go over there, rant and rave. Girl, you can shake all your rainbow bright hair all you want, dear one. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this with you, dear one. I'm not doing this with you, dear one. I don't have nothing to do with you, and I'm done. Baby, you can scream my name from the rooftops from now till Jesus come back. I'm done after this.
Introduced to Tick's meat. Do you see what I see? Did y'all really let hello casting wardrobe? Y'all let him roll up out of wardrobe with these fans on, giving us all of this, thinking we were not gonna see it. We have been waiting with bated breath and anticipating all season long for the slightest glimpse, and y'all just put it out there this episode in all of its magnificent glory.
Listen, that young man said, "Baby, you ate on this first date. You giving up the cooch on the first date, okay? Well, you gonna run me my coins? Run me my cooch or run me my coins? Run me my cooch or run me my coins? Run me my cooch or run me my coins?" That's our new theme song. That is the new song. Listen, somebody need to put a beat to that. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. That's what y'all got going on.
Called out Sandcastle. Sand, bitch. Ow. Oh my God, it was so funny, girl. Ooh, baby, listen, let me tell you something. This shit started to turn into the precursor for some gay porn. That's what I thought it was. Because Big T is getting all, the voice starting to go deeper and get a little more wet and moist and sentimental and all this shit. And it was real gay at this point. Like, I thought the bitches was supposed to, I thought Lil Murder was going to turn Big T around and do him like he did Uncle Cliff and do the grease it up with City Lou and ran right in there. It's not a coincidence that Big T started off the conversation by trying to find out if Lil Murder was fucking Mercedes, which he found out he's not. It's also not a coincidence that he would start talking about prison. Why? Because the bitches was probably fucking in prison. Girl. Uncle Clifford, you better go get your man. Big T got plans for that. Well, he had on look like something Big Bird vomited up or something like that. Like, I did not like it. That Big Bird couture he was going for, it did not work. Like the pastor of a gay mega church on Easter Sunday. Okay, it was way too much sequins. He had on way too much makeup. Baby, his face looked like Iyanla Van Zandt neckline. Okay, just way too much makeup, clumped in everywhere on his face. Get it together, sweetheart. Like, you're a big girl, so that gives you a whole lot of canvas. So that was a whole lot of makeup, honey. Yeah. Rico looked like he was auditioning to be one of the three kings, or he was auditioning to be the main character on Jesus Christ Superstar. Girl, Wayne, did you have on a blue thong or a blue G-string or something? If you did, I want to see it. Hit me up in my DMs. I do want to see if you have a blue thong or a blue Joshua or something like that. I'd love to see it. Anyway, but I liked it with the turtleneck. Now, Troy.
Hey, hey. What's going on, people? What's going on? Hey, y'all, I'm here. I am here. Hey, Abby, what? Why are people afraid? Hey, Crackhead Willie, Patty Do, Really B. I'm just going to be a little pregame before Really B gets started. I know Really B got a live coming up. Hey, Tanya Boo, Diamond Onyx. Why is everybody afraid of what's going on in my head? Hey, by the way, hey, programming note. Abby, I don't have the link yet, but I'll send you the link as soon as I get it. We're supposed to do a panel tonight on Honk for Jesus, Save Your Soul. I saw your email. I'm glad you're here. I'm gonna reply to your email. All right. I did see your email. That's the weekend of, I think you said the 22nd, right? 21st, 22nd. I replied to your email. Anyway, we're supposed to do a panel on Honk for Jesus on Darren Green's channel. If one of my mods could get Darren Green's a link and post it on here, that'll be great. Listen, why is this scary? Why is it scary? Shondo to you too, Crackhead Willie. What's up, boo? Why is it scary to know what's really going on inside my head? I'm as wholesome and easygoing as the next. Right? I'm not. Am I not? Am I not as wholesome and as easygoing as the next person? I mean, what is up, y'all? Listen, I just first of all, let me just say this. Random live. I know no notifications came out because I wasn't even supposed to be live. Thank you, Abby. I mean, thank you, really B. Oh, why I said Abby. But thank you, really B. That's supposed to be at 8 tonight. We're supposed to do a live on Honk for Jesus. So you know that's gonna go all the way left if you saw the movie. Um, my brain is not a dangerous place, is it? There are a few landmines here or there. There are a couple things here and there. Is it a dangerous place? Mm. Anyway, so I came on one. I didn't want to do a politics of it all because I'm saving that for either tomorrow or Saturday during Silly Saturday. And I didn't want to do another run your mouth because I didn't send enough notice. And I really just got out of a work meeting. And when I got out this work meeting, I said, "Oh, I just want to go talk to my people and hang out with them and all of that good stuff." So here I am hanging out with y'all. And that gives you the freedom to ask me whatever and get inside my brain and get inside my head and find out what's really going on in my head. And I will give you my unabridged, unabashed thoughts on it all. I'll even drop a link for anybody who may want to come on. Anybody I see where I'm going. Where I'm going soon. Oh, why am I singing that like we at somebody's funeral? Dear God. Sure. But yes, I'm just here to talk about the hey Tracy Boo. I'm attention Republicans on my head. Wait, what? Wait, Diamond Onyx. I don't even understand that. Child. I don't even know that I understand that, Diamond Onyx. Oh, I gotta drop the link, sorry. Um I'm what I am gonna do though is I'm gonna it's nothing bad today. Register to vote peoples. If you like oh okay. Um I'm gonna read the headline. We'll talk about it. If y'all got something for me to talk about, we can do that there. It ain't nothing that serious. We just here doing what we do and so forth. I'm just saying. Um and just gonna shoot the shit, have a drink, get ready. I got a meeting at 7 o'clock before the live. So yeah. YK Osiris honors legends Drake and Usher with new tattoo. I don't care. The only thing I hate MVN boom. The only thing I care about YK. Let me see if I can find this for y'all. I'm gonna see if it's still up there. I'm gonna see if it's still up there. Cause I saw something from that young man. Oh God. That just make I'm gonna see if I can find this. Listening in the bush and you're in the bush. Okay, boo. You could be in the bushes. It's fine. I'm gonna see. Okay. Hold on. Hold on. Let me see if I can find. All of this. I'm trying to log into my Instagram, and all of my accounts have two-step verification. So it's always a whole process for it to log into anything. 'Cause everything I do has two-step verification. Because what the girls won't do is get me. Ch- You talk about the fortunate challenge, the maximum fortunate challenge. Some people need to let that go. Like some people really need to let that go. But that's mm, some people need to let that go. Mm, mm, mm. It was just like with the Can We Talk challenge. Some people, if you know you ain't got them kind of chops to be up there in the stratosphere like that, I just want you to let that go. That's not your thing. That's not your range. That's just not your thing. Boo boo, boo boo, boo boo. Let it go. What was the chick name who said that in the movie? Um, Frozen. Let it go. You know what? I can't. Oh, it must have got taken down. Oh, I'm so mad it got taken down. I knew I should have saved it when I had the chance, but I didn't. Mm, mm, mm. I should have saved it when I had the chance. Hold on, let me see. Mm-mm. I ain't save it. Pot goes, don't save her. She don't want to be. I did not save it. Child, I wish I would have saved it. Y'all could have saw it. Child. Anyway. Uh, Elsa, thank you. I couldn't think of that chick name. Hey, Xavier Boo. Xavier, are you enjoying the Twitter? Um, I'm looking at. Okay, so let me get this out of the way. Really, B, you got the link if you want to come on to talk about this. I just was saying to Really B yesterday. It's so much damn it going on in sports. Like sports is really a hot topic right now. And what I hate right now, there's a lot of people that don't know sports, don't dabble in sports, have nothing to do with sports, but got a whole lot of inaccurate commentary going on about sports. It's just kind of like when things happen in politics, when you got people that start to pontificate and ruminate about all kinds of things in politics and they have no freaking knowledge on. So this morning, I got to talk about it. This is my team. Dear God, my Boston Celtics is in the news because the head coach Ime Udoka, who is married to Nia Long, he is a fine piece of something. Do you hear me? That is a fine ass grown man. He ain't, that's a fine piece of something. Please let me tell you. Um, so apparently he cheated on Nia Long with somebody in the Celtics staff, on the Celtics staff. And let me get some all of the details for you. Hold on, let me get all of the details. I had found a real good article. Um, allegedly, and this is all alleged. I thought they were married. Anyway, they've been together for a while. Um, well, thank you, Xavier. Apparently, he's accused allegedly of having affairs with two staffers on the Boston Celtics staff. Not one, but two. At least one of whom is married. Let me um So the article, this article, because there was a lot of things going on this morning, real fast. People were talking real fast, and you know everybody wants to be the first on the story. Quiet as it's kept, we break a lot of news on this channel right here, but everybody clamors to be the breaking news, to break the story first. Um, yeah. So this are and this is the article. Okay, I'm just gonna read the article. This is the article that's a very how should I say, opinionated, but they do have some facts in it. It says the streets are talking about Ime Udoka, and we need to clear up some things. The first thing, Allison Feaster, the woman widely spread on social media as the person Ime Udoka was having an affair with, is not the woman involved with Udoka. She is happily married by all accounts with kids, so social media should leave her alone and delete all the comments and posts about her. Secondly, people want to know why the Celtics are considering such an extreme punishment for an office affair. And what's being put out there is they're considering as excessive as suspending him for the entire season over an affair. We'll get to that in a few moments. You give me a few moments on that. The reason is that it simply wasn't an office affair. Rumors are that Udoka was having relationships with married Celtics staffers. That wouldn't be a big deal if they weren't married to a plumber, if they were married to a plumber. But in one case, it is reported the woman is married to a Celtics senior vice president. As you can imagine, that didn't go over well when the affair was uncovered. Udoka was given an opportunity to end all his affairs quietly, but chose not to. A Celtic staffer, Kathleen Nemo Lynch, deleted all her social media a few days before the story broke, leading people on social media to believe she was the staffer that Udoka was having the affair with via eFocus News, but that hasn't been confirmed. It seemed she was bracing for what was to come. Kathleen Nemo Lynch is the team service manager of the Boston Celtics. She has been appointed with the NBA franchise for more than 7 years. Kathleen Nemo Lynch and Ime Udoka, the head coach of the Boston Celtics, are said to have shared an improper, intimate relationship. Though it has been reported to be consensual, the relationship violates the organization's discipline guidelines. It's been said that a suspension is soon looming for both of them. Many have even reported that the Celtics coach might be suspended, but in the NBA, coaching suspensions are rare. In his first season, Ime Udoka rallied his team to the NBA Finals, and the Boston Celtics were set to enter as the favorite for this season. But now the whole dynamic of the team has undoubtedly shifted. Kathleen Nemo Lynch is one of the female staff members of the NBA franchise Boston Celtics. The lady is currently making headlines. I already read that. Lynch graduated, goes into her history. I don't care where she graduated from, so forth and so on. So, these affairs, goes on to say, these affairs seem to be why Udoka and Nia Long have separated. Udoka has considered resigning, but it looks like the Celtics will suspend him for at least half, if not the entire season. There are likely even more wild details to come, and they likely won't be pretty, so stay tuned. So they're saying that to me, here's my thing. I understand both sides. Now, many people are conflating this story as if Ime Udoka is a player. And let's be clear, there is a different set of rules for a coach than there is players. And there should be. I should not expect to hold the coach to the same standard as the players, because the players are their subordinates. There are going to be things that the coach is going to have to do and govern himself by, that the players just don't aren't, made to be held to. And that's going to be in any profession. So, but is it harsh? Yeah, very harsh. Um, I mean, hold on, hold on, y'all. I mean, I really feel like had it not been somebody allegedly connected to the senior vice president, y- mm, I really feel like, yeah, it probably would have been swept under the rug and went nowhere. I do think it has to be someone very high up in the Celtics organization, because you're talking about a head coach who just got them to the NBA Finals last year. And any head coach that gets your team to the NBA Finals, you look past a whole lot of shit. Let's just be honest. You look past a whole lot of stuff. Now, was Ime Udoka wrong? Absolutely wrong. I don't even know how, as the head coach of the Celtics, was it hubris maybe? I don't know. But how do you end up having an affair with the wife, or allegedly the wife of one of your bosses, and thinking that that's going to go well? You can't sleep with the wife of your boss and think, oh, well, that's just going to be swept on. I don't care how good at your job you is. I'm just saying, it's just not an employee's wife, Xavier. It's your boss's wife. If it's the senior vice president, that is someone who's your boss. You can't sleep with your boss's wife and think that you're gonna keep your job. And then when they fire you, say, "Oh, well, they shouldn't have fired me." No, they probably can and should. And you're talking about somebody who's a lifelong Boston Celtics fan, someone who is a fan of Ime Udoka and who wants to see him win. I don't know if Udoka is the victim because we don't know the story. We don't know if he went after her, she went after him. We don't know how this is going on, Xavier. I think we're just assuming either way, if she went after him or he went after her, it's not the senior vice president. It's his wife. And if his wife comes after you, the first thing you do is go to HR. Hey, I was approached inappropriately by my boss's wife, and I want to let y'all know up front, because what I do not want is this to come back to haunt me. I can't be getting fired, and I don't think this should go, because now I feel that my job is in jeopardy, because that is my boss's wife, and I can't be seen doing anything inappropriate with her at all. So I'm letting HR know up front so I don't get in trouble and I can get in front of this. That's how that goes if she came after him. And I venture to say, if the story was that she came after him, it probably still would have been swept under the rug. But we don't know. We don't know. I'm real confused. Xavier, you got a lot of what ifs. I mean, what if my aunt had a penis? She would be my uncle. I mean, we could do the what if game all day long. If my horse was white and had black stripes, it would be a zebra. What do we? I mean, we could do what if all day long. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. So it's ugly. It's an ugly story. But what I hate it for my team. Now, mind you, the Celtics go to um they go to training camp next month in a few weeks. Now this is for my black. Now let me get to the black side. For all my black people out there that's acting as if not that cheating is right. I'm not saying cheating is right. I'm not saying that anyone should cheat. But you got both men and women acting like because he cheated on Nia Long, that makes it a crime against humanity. But if he had cheated on Lasha Quante, then nobody would give a damn. But Nia Long, because he's dating Nia Long, that makes him. I mean, if he's a bad human being for cheating on the person that he's with. Let's be clear. But it doesn't make it worse because it's Nia Long. Let me, and people think, oh, you're dating so and so. How is it possible that you could possibly cheat on so and so? That's just like if you had access to the best flavor of ice cream ever created, and everybody in the world wanted to be able to eat that ice cream, but you were the only one that were able to eat that flavor of ice cream. If you eat that flavor of ice cream every day, even though everybody else thinks it's the best flavor of ice cream, eventually you might say, well, damn it, I want some strawberry ice cream. I eat this good ice cream every. Let me see what else is out there. I'm not justifying him cheating, but what I am saying is for people to make it as if it is a crime against humanity. And I can't believe that anybody would ever cheat on Nia Long. Let's just be clear. What is presented to us about these people is only aesthetic. And what I mean is only what they show us. Covered in makeup, covered in what a publicist and a communications team has allowed us to see. And so when I see people, especially it's a lot of men been all over social media today. Oh my God, I can't believe that he cheated on Nia Long. Some of the same men that are cheating on any and everything movement. Child, child. I ain't here for it. I am not here for it. I looked at it, I was like, for people like Xavier, Soso Jeff, and the rest of you people that are members of the Beehive, Beyond Skank is going on tour next summer for the Renaissance album. I don't care. Have at it. Do with it as you wish. I mean, I have no use for a Beyonce tour. Even though my best friend, who did not start as a member of the Beehive, but dated one of his ex-boyfriends was a member of the Beehive and transitioned him into being a member of the Beehive. I guess that's the way you get converted into being a member of the Beehive. You got to bang somebody that's a member of the Beehive. I don't know. But what I do know is he's magically a member of the Beehive now. My own freaking best friend. I told him, I'll tell him all the time, I don't know you anymore. Anyway, he promises me, I don't care where it is, the next Beyonce tour, I'm dragging you and forcing you to go against your will, even if I have to drug you and you wake up at the concert. Help us, Father. Father, I stretch my hand to thee. Tiffany Haddish says she's losing jobs. Good. I don't care. Goodbye. So y'all, oh, guess what I meant to listen. I'm on episode 4 of the Jeffrey Dahmer documentary. Listen, I'm gonna try not to stay up all night tonight finishing it, but I know I'm gonna watch me a couple episodes tonight. Listen. Oh dear God. Do I not like the album? Frankly, I haven't even listened to the whole album. I have no desire to listen to the whole album. I'm not a Beyonce person like that. I'm not a Beyonce. To me, Beyonce releases an album as now this is gonna come out harsh. Y'all asked me, so now I'm gonna give you what's in my mind. What's really going on inside my head? Great, I'm glad you asked because you getting it all unabridged. Okay, before I go back to my Jeffrey Dahmer mini series, Beyonce released this album as, as if she was one of the old school vocalists, like she just be tearing it up vocally. And why I say that is Beyonce is an entertainer. She has a whole, she's a show in itself. So when you have that kind of artist, not that she can't sing, but her strong suit is her ability as an entertainer. Okay. So my thing is, I would much prefer that type of artist to release a video so that I get a visual of it, and it may make me gravitate to more of the music and say, oh, let me go buy this album, as opposed to just releasing the album on its merit. And I'm not looking for her as a vocal. I'm not going out and say, oh, let me go buy this album because I want to hear Beyonce throw it down vocally. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. So until I see something visually that makes me go, oh, okay, that song is cute. I like that. I might go download it. But on my own, will I go and download the beat and be waiting for Beyonce so I could just listen to the album? No, you ain't gonna never get me to do that. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Her vocals ain't at that point for me. I'm just saying. Xavier, I'm not going there with y'all, okay? Thank you, Jay Thomas. Thank you for coming out of the bushes, Jay Thomas, to help me with my point. Beyonce is an entertainer. Will I watch Beyonce on stage doing the damn thing? Absolutely. Because the bitch is hellified on stage. You know what I'm saying? And there are a certain group of people. For example, I'll give you a perfect example. When Janet was coming out back in her heyday, Janet wasn't saying, oh, let me just put this album out. No, Janet would come out with a video first. You would see the video would give you life eternal, and you would say, bitch, I gotta go buy this album because you saw visuals that made you go, yes, I need it just for the because I need to learn the word of these songs. I need to go ahead and get my thing out. But Beyonce's vocals ain't all that. I know you talk about love on top. Baby, just because you could modulate 18 times, baby, I can call see Hezekiah Walker and the Love Fellowship Crusade Choir. It's how many people can modulate? What are you doing when you modulate? Girl, and Beyonce, and she's not a bad singer. Her vocal skills have improved over the years. But let's be clear, she ain't no vocal powerhouse. I ain't going to Beyonce because I'm like, oh, I need to hear this Beyonce song. Just being clear. I mean, I'm not saying her vocals are as bad as her acting. Hey, quintessential boo, how you doing, my love? I would never say her singing is as bad as her acting, but she doesn't make my top 50 in terms of vocal ability. She don't even make my top 50. Just being honest. And I get that, Abby, and I get that. And for the Generation Zers, that works. I'm okay with that for them. But for me, as for me in my house, I'm not buying no Beyonce album. before I see a visual. Give me a visual. Like, for example, had she put out an album right after she did the little homecoming thing, baby, I probably would have been here for. I probably would have said, you know what? Let me go ahead and download this whole album because she gave me life. But you ain't do that, boo. You ain't do that. And now you gonna tell me and tell people to wait for the damn tour? Girl, where's the videos? Where's the videos? Plural. You need to stop that. Now, Xavier, as I love you down, but what you not gonna do is come over here trying to act like Beyonce is that girl in acting. That's what we're not gonna do, Xavier. We're not gonna exaggerate things. We're not gonna do that. You can make every argument you want as a member of the Beehive about her singing. Baby, that is your thing. I go ahead. Hey, Cams. Hey, boo. But what you not gonna do is come over here and act like that whore can act. She can't act. Get over it. Now you can get as mad as you want. The whore can't act. Now, entertaining, maybe even singing, you can have that argument. Acting, no, boo. Mm-mm. 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 But the album done been out for how long? Okay. At some point, give me some visuals. Okay. I need what would have been sickening is what if she would have broke it up if we would have woke up. You know how Beyonce like to just surprise people. Baby, if Mama would have broke it up and had about 6 good videos out for 6 songs on the album and sent people into musical and visual ecstasy for the next 6 weeks, baby, the album would have sold off the charts. Baby, I probably would have been like, okay, bitch, I'm here for it. Let me buy this album. But girl, you ain't give me that. You ain't give me that. I know you gonna let me call her. I call everybody a whore. I'm a whore, you're a whore, we're all whores. We're just all whores. And it's okay. Wait, you couldn't sit through what Talia, what you wait, what couldn't you sit through? You came into my home. You touched my child. Oh God. But still have to wait for Act 2 and Act 3, which is probably when the visuals will come. Child. I ain't got that type of time. She'd have lost me. So like you trick daddy that she I ain't say the woman can't sing. I did not say the woman can't sing. She can sing. She absolutely can sing. Now I ain't gonna take that. But she ain't she she can sing. Is she in my top 50? Absolutely not. But that's just like Rihanna. Rihanna don't even make my top 100. Well, Mama sells albums. Mama got people who stand for her and love her. I'm not saying for me, you don't have to be the best vocalist, okay? That ain't all it's about. Hell, you know I'm as big a Janet Jackson fan as there is, and Janet Jackson ain't no vocalist like that. And so that's why I don't have a problem. And let's be clear, my real issue with Beyonce is never with her. It's with you people. It's with you people. You Beehive people is what make people like me not like her. Because you people are like the Barbs. You people are like rabid dogs. Like the Barbs, like the people who stand for Cardi B. And like nobody can tell you anything. If you say one, even remotely deleterious thing about Beyonce, oh my God, it's time to rain fire and brimstone from heaven above. Girl, I ain't here for it. Y'all are the reason why some of us who are on the fence about Beyonce just say, yeah, I can't do her. I don't have that type of energy. Now, Beyonce is a much better singer than Rihanna. But am I like, oh, I'm going to Beyonce for her vocals? No. Mm-mm. You know, child. You know these people. They be like, oh, child. Y'all members of the Beehive be like, child. The Beehive and the Barbs, y'all be just the same. And the people stand for Cardi B too. Who is the Navy? Wait, what group is? Oh, you talking about the U.S. Navy, or is that a group of people who follow one of these people? I don't know. I can't keep up. It's always a new group. Child, child, yeah. I'm just saying. Mm, child. Well, I think Mary J. Blige proved you don't have to be the greatest singer to make. Right. I'm with you 1,000%. Hell, there are countless number of singers in the annals of time who wasn't the best vocalist, but they can put out great music and hold it down. Because Mary J. Blige, I'm still waiting for her to sing in key on a song. But Mama can sing down, according to some people. She makes phenomenal music. I ain't never taken nothing from Mary J. Blige. Oh, Rihanna stands are the Navy. Okay, I ain't know that. See, y'all know all that. Keep it up. I ain't know I ain't in the Navy apparently. But Mary J. Blige has yet to sing a full live performance in key, and that's okay. Mama has some of the greatest music that's ever, you know, been put out. Diana Ross can't sing her way out of a wet paper bag, but Mama is legendary. Janet Jackson ain't a vocalist at all. Mama is iconic and legendary. So I'm never going to say that, which is why I feel like for someone like Beyonce, I want to see the visuals because the visuals may then make me gravitate more toward, okay, let me go get this album. You know, like I might see the visuals and be like, okay, girl, I'm here for this. I can do this. I'm just saying. Right. And sometimes it's the visuals, sometimes it's the passion in the singing, sometimes it's intangibles and things like that. And which is why Beyonce, as much as I may talk about her, she is in the pantheon where she goes in the top 10 performers of all time. You got to give her her props. In terms of performers, she's probably in the top 10 in terms of entertainers and performers of all time. I'll give that to Beyonce. She cracks the top 10. She does. I ain't gonna take that from her. She does. So why does it why do members of the Beehive get mad when I say I'm not going to her for her vocals? You know what? Cam Cam, you're so shady. Do you prefer well see Cam's the problem is you are Generation Z. So you, unfortunately, you didn't grow up in a time where there was real separation between R&B and pop. Pop is really not a genre. Pop is really just what is the popular music of that time. And what happened is during the early 2000s, there was this shift to make what was formerly known as R&B pop because R&B was selling and it was making a lot of money and white people didn't like the fact that they white asses couldn't make money and so you started to see a lot of those white female singers and even white male singers gravitate which were called pop at the time gravitate to having more of an R&B sound. They tried to make their voices sound more R&B. They tried to make the music and everything behind them, the instrumentation and the musicality more R&B. So what you Generation Z people see as R&B, I mean pop, is not what I grew up to be pop. And a voice, there's no such thing as an R&B voice or a pop voice. Now, that's the one thing I agree with Whitney Houston about when they said she wasn't black enough. um, she said, I don't sing white, I don't sing black, I just sing. A voice is a voice. A great voice is a great voice. Period. For example, what people back in the 90s and 80s called pop was really adult contemporary. That was really the genre. White really was white adult contemporary, but they called it adult contemporary. That was the popular music of that time, and that was pop at the time. They saw things like rock, rap, heavy metal, and things like that, niche genres like jazz and gospel. So those could never be considered pop. But what was at those time 80s and much of the 90s considered pop was adult contemporary, which was white adult contemporary, because at the time all black people were pushed into either R&B or rap. And those were your only options. You could not run into pop categories, or maybe gospel. Those were your options. And all of the black people were pigeonholed into those categories. Um, those people are more hip hop. They're not rap. To me, they're hip hop. And for me, I differentiate rap and hip hop. For me, I'm not saying this is official, but just for me in my head, is hip hop has rap influence, but it's not completely rap. Rap is rap. It is what it is. It's a lyricist out there. There's a beat, and it's rap, and they're lyricists, and they're going. Okay. Um, but rap is rap, but hip hop. But what we hear a lot today is hip hop, which means it has some rap influence. It has some R&B influence. It possibly has some gospel influence, and so it got a little bit of everything in there. And it has this, but the prevailing influence is a lot of rap. So it fits to me in kind of a hip hop type genre. I'm just saying. That's why people saying they don't sound black because their voice ain't got no oil. Now having oil is a whole different thing. Child. Now, and see that comes from coming from a different time of R&B. See it, and that's why I say Xavier, you came up in Generation Z, and I feel bad because all you can do is go back and listen to people's old albums, but you weren't there when this kind of music was like, where everybody, you could listen, you could literally play the radio and just go play and listen to every song and not change the channel, and it was going to be a hit. It was going to be a bop. You was going to know every word. There was going to be oil on that voice. And when every says oil, part of what made R&B is many, most of them came out of the church. Not all of them. Most of them came out of the church, so they had already had that oil on their voice. R&B always had a lot of gospel influence into it, heavy gospel influence in R&B. So there's the oil there. Okay, so a lot of kids nowadays never even grew up in the church. There's a whole generation of black kids that never grew up in the church, didn't go to church. Their parents didn't take them to church, so they never learned. There's a certain musicality that goes to that is inbred in a singer that comes out of church. You learn the improvisation. You learn how to shift and modulate between keys. You learn certain chord progressions. There are certain things you learn from old hymnals, old choir songs from the choir that teach you certain music theory, certain things in music theory, and certain chord progressions that you could get somebody that came out of the church and play a chord, and they will immediately gravitate to singing in harmony with it. Immediately gravitate to it. They'll immediately gravitate towards certain types of runs, certain types of shifts and moves and bends that lend itself to the music simply on right on on demand right then and there, never having heard it. That's what made Whitney Houston great. And people talk about what was the difference between the Mariah and the Whitney. The difference with Whitney was Whitney never wrote a song, but Whitney grew up in church where you learned how to on demand be able to shift, change, bend, hear certain chord progressions, hear certain key changes, hear certain notes, you know, and scales and so forth, and immediately be able to sing, ad lib, add certain, and even when you learn to sing in the choir sometimes or in church, sometimes you sing so much you get hoarse, and you even learn how to navigate around your voice when you don't even have a voice. Certain things like that. And that kind of stuff is not taught when it's hard to emulate that type of ingrown teaching that you get taught in the church from very, very, very little from the first time you could sing. So it's just different. Is that's the difference. Y'all is over here in this chat commenting. They were plucking artists straight out the church house, and nowadays ain't even seen the inside of God's house, so they never developed. Right, they never developed the skill set. And what's so awful and what's so horrible is gospel artists today have left their roots and have gravitated toward what they think will sell and gravitated toward what is the more popular music or the more secular music. So there is even people who come out of the church that end up missing that rudimental and fundamental teaching that you learn musically out of the church, because a lot of the music and the gospel music of today doesn't give you that foundation anymore, and that's unfortunate. Right. And the thing about Mariah is Mariah didn't come from church. Mariah, the thing that makes Mariah able to do what she can do vocally is because Mariah is a writer. And so she writes the music and the song. So she knows the song. So her ability as a singer came because she knows the music. So she knows what ripples and bends and progressions and runs you can do because she wrote the song. So she knows how to manipulate it. Whereas Whitney didn't have to write the song because her rudiments come from being able to do that effortlessly without having written the music. She can hear the song and say, "Okay, I got it. Let's do this." With Mariah, her her beauty or her expertise comes from having written the music, and now she can do all of those things with it. There'll never be another Daryl Coley. These people will never know. There'll never be another. Nobody. Why nobody? See, this is why I don't drop links, because y'all never come up here. This is why I don't drop links, because y'all never want to come up here and talk with me. I'm not gonna say Mariah don't have oil. Hey, Derek, I'm not gonna say Mariah don't have oil because Mariah sings down, and Mariah is one of the top vocalists ever. I'm just saying. Um, but that's our 30-minute cue. Really, B just dropped to. Was that the? Yeah, I just got my 30-minute cue. That's really B said, "Bitch, you got 30 minutes." Girl, rare. I have heard this song repeated, and I stand on what I said. You can say whatever you want to say. I don't care. You feel how you feel. I feel how I feel. Fight me. I probably shouldn't say that to her because she probably will try to fight me, and I'm not gonna do nothing but lay on the ground and let her beat me down and forever garnish her wages for the rest of her life. Just that's what I'm gonna do. Because when she comes at me, she's gonna get within 3 feet of me, and I'm just gonna fall on the ground like I'm paralyzed. Just gonna fall on the ground like I'm paralyzed. So, but there are some gospel artists who people love, and I just don't feel the oil from them. I'll be like, ooh, okay, it was all right. It don't really do nothing for me, but that's okay. Oh, we got somebody. Hey, little baby. I didn't even know you was here. You must have been hiding in the bushes.
Child just got here. I've been running all day
Oh,
and just got
girl,
out
I
the
was about to
shower.
say, I ain't see you at all. You must have been hiding in the bushes.
So what we talking about? I came in on
I don't.
folks ain't
We
dropping the
really been
link.
talking about nothing,
Um
and they got me on Beyond Skank, and then we just started
oh
talking about music and people. Um, you know,
um
Xavier, you just like looking at Daryl Walls. Let's just be clear, okay? The oil you talk about, he got his lube that you want
Hey
him to have. Me,
lady.
Lord. I mean, if you take Daryl Walls, I'll take Jonathan McReynolds, and we'll be happy. Now, Jonathan McReynolds can sing. That young man can sing. I ain't gonna lie. He got oil. There's oil there, baby. The Crisco is there, honey. The Crisco is
Good
there.
Lord.
Hold on. Let me put up I don't know who Christia is, but I'm gonna let you on. Let me put up a overlay. I don't need nobody. This is for Abby. Put up this overlay for Abby. All right. Hey, Christia.
Hi, let me turn my thing off. Hello, can you
Hey.
hear me?
Yeah,
Hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yeah, I can hear you.
Hi.
Hi.
Yeah, I just wanted to comment and say hi because I'm listening to you on my drive. And the reason why I'm listening to you is because, like you said, it's nothing to listen to on the radio no more. Because I remember back in the early 2000s, late 90s, every radio station was filled with good music and real singers. Like today, I cannot take the popcorn singers at all. I cannot.
Right.
The Mew Mew Pew Pews as it Records rocks. Everyone's up here Mew Mew Pew Pewing.
And
Listen, it's so
every song, 2 minutes and 3 seconds. It's like, and no more full songs. No more. Everybody singing about the same thing. Everybody want to be Summer
yeah,
Walker or Janae Aker. It's the
right.
same
What's up,
thing.
Ash? What's up, Ashton?
That's another thing because a lot of record companies are trying to capitalize on the whole single thing and getting more repeats. They've purposely cut down the length of songs to like a few short minutes. And because of that, there is no longer true instrumentation and true
Nope.
orchestration, no true composition of a song. Like when we go into the lab and see how Luther Vandross truly made his music, popping in exactly where he would put a particular riff, they don't do that no more.
Mm-mm.
There is none of that anymore.
Well, the thing about it is, I keep saying this. I every now and again, I don't care who you is, I need you to sing a ballad, and baby, I need you to belt it out. If I
Yeah.
can't go to one time where you gave me a ballad, and I know you finna holler, and you finna belt it out, and you finna hold a good note for me, can I get you to hold a good note for me? I just need to
Yes.
get a purity of
And then they get on these award shows and then they can't sing. It's like you got one job to do and you can't even do it. And I just can't with these
Yeah,
new
it's
singers.
the age of the studio singer. Back in
Mm-hmm.
the day, being a studio singer was almost you getting cussed out. How dare you? Because that's
Yeah.
really saying you can't hear music.
Cause that was back when like what they had to do like I guess like kind of like a boot camp. Like they get you ready. Like you are not going out there unless you're ready. You have to be ready to perform. Have ready to sing live. You gotta do an interview. You have to know how to answer interview questions.
Sorry about
It's
that,
just
y'all.
now it's just
My
if I
internet
got
is acting up. Can y'all hear me?
yeah,
Sorry about
but
that. My internet on my phone been acting up.
but now it's like as long as you got a so and so million or thousand followers on Instagram, you could become a singer. There's no real structure in becoming an artist anymore. There's no more artists.
Yeah.
Well, the thing about it is, like I was saying, I don't even know if y'all heard it. I just miss every now and again, even Janet, who wasn't a singer, but you knew she was gonna have one or two ballads because that was requisite. Baby, you can't just pop, 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 pop. We need a ballad. Slow this mug down. We need something to let us know that you can sing
Yeah.
for a little bit. I need you to belt out something full chest voice. Give me a 15-second belt. Okay, I got somebody else up here. Let me put my girl back up here before I bring Jay on. Is you Jay Thomas?
Can you?
Is this you Jay Thomas?
Yeah, yeah. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. You good?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. How y'all doing?
Good.
We good.
Good. Good. Yeah, I love the
Jay,
music
hold on, Jay.
combo.
1 second,
Mhm.
Jay. 1 second. Now, you can't just roll up here dropping your voice a few octaves for these ladies and men's over here and thinking they're not gonna react a certain kind of way, getting these
Y'all
people
silly.
feeling all hot and bothered. I'm just saying, what's going on?
Not much. What's up?
Nothing. You tell me.
No, I was just joining a little music combo y'all was having.
Mm.
I feel I'm a music head. So, but I
Okay,
do
what
agree with
generation are
everyone
you?
that
You Generation X,
I'm a
millennials, or
millennial. I'm a
Generation Z?
millennial. I'm an '80s baby. I'm a
Okay,
millennial.
you're a millennial.
Yeah,
All
Yeah.
right.
80s,
But it's crazy because I think back
So
to like
you
when I
can
was in high school and
appreciate.
stuff. But the '80s babies, you think back to like high school when you was like in the early 2000s, late '90s, and how your mama would listen to your music, you be in there listening to music, and they be like, "Oh, this is trash. This is trash." But sometimes I be like, I don't want to be the old person that's talk, telling the new kids that their music is trash, but it kind of is though. So it,
It
it,
absolutely is trash.
yeah.
Trash. And then
that's
the
why
people who
I think
can sing, they don't get no traction.
hmm But I just feel like everybody now sounds the same. Like
yeah.
I, I I was talking to my niece and we were talking about and she was saying that Summer Walker is just as influential as Beyonce. And I was like, what?
Lies,
Whoa.
I was like, what?
lies and fairy
Let,
tales.
let's
Now
pause.
I have to
I
Let's
disagree
said
with y'all
pause.
say on that. Summer Walker
"Look,
is not as influential as Beyonce.
my niece is 18. So I'm like, okay. I'm like,
Now,
okay. But that's the way they think. They think that these people are like these like
but you
no,
know
these
what
people are
that goes
not
to as
nowhere near on the
well.
level of say what you want about Beyonce. She works hard and
She
she's a
does. That's why I say she's a
and she
great
put in the
entertainer.
work.
I want her to give me that. But
Yeah.
you know what I think the problem is too? The problem is our generations of parents don't do their kids like our parents did us. We
hmm
were forced to listen to good music whether or not we want
Hmm.
to. They made you listen to their music. I don't care if
hmm
you liked it or not. The whole house was gonna be blasting it. Now kids nowadays have their own cell phones, earphones, and everything, so they can tune everything out. But back in the day, we didn't have choices. You might have had that one stereo system in the house, that one boom box, that one CD player, or whatever you had, depending on when you grew up and was little, and the whole house played that. That's all you got.
Cause my
Listen,
mom, my mama wore
You want to
Tony
get no other
Braxton Breathe Again
options
all the way
on that good
out.
Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
My
listen,
mama
come through
That
wore
with
Tony
Saturday
some.
we was
Braxton
cleaning the
out.
house.
And what I liked about back then, like in the '90s and stuff, when it came to like R&B, like you had R&B artists, but they all sounded different. Like you could hear a Whitney song, a Mariah song, a Tony Braxton song, a Janet
Yep.
Jackson song, but they
And
sounded
you knew
totally
who it was.
different. It's
Hmm.
not everybody, like you said, everybody sounds the same. Like Summer Walker, Janae Aiko, what's the other, Ella May, all these people, they all sound the same. So it's like, there's no variety.
Yeah, it's like you want your breakup song, you listen to Mary J. You wanna
Yeah.
be in love, you probably listen to Tony Braxton. You wanna dance, you listen to Janet Jackson. Now it's like today, it's like all dudes are F boys and we gonna cheat back type music. And it's just like it's boring.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I totally, I don't even listen to today's music. Whenever I go, I'm always listening to my own music. I don't even play the radio because I know
Meaning, thank
I'm
God
not
for
gonna allow myself
live.
to be
Thank goodness for
subjected.
Spotify, Amazon Music, because I don't listen to the radio at all. People ask me, what this song? I be like, I don't know. I don't listen to the radio. I can't.
So
I will say also, as a society, because this was an issue that I had.
oh,
Nobody
somebody having
sings
fun over
about
there.
nobody sings about love anymore.
Nope.
We don't have good love ballads.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I say I need a good ballad. I don't care how good you tell me you can sing, you could dance with it. Baby, slow this down and give me a ballad and let me know
You
what you
should.
can do.
No one's talking
So
about paying rent anymore. No one's talking about bubble baths and rose petals. Everyone just wants to get to it and move on.
Yeah, it's
Yep.
all about I'm gonna come home, I'm gonna do you real good.
mm,
My stuff's so wet, it's dripping to the floor. Like, but they singing about, but they singing about it. Mind you, I mean, we had people who Janet is known for her freaky songs.
yeah,
She had her freak songs. You had your artists that did it, but they also had something of substance to it. Just wasn't all about that.
Yeah, it was Janet Jackson. Her whole album went like freaky sound, freaky sound, freaky sound. It'll
Yeah,
probably be maybe one or two that just
right.
yeah,
straight out. But everything else, it was like it was cohesive album. It's just like everybody just one note today.
yeah, yeah.
And the thing about it is, you knew every because you knew that was all about the being eclectic and being varied and versed and well rounded. Because you knew you had to make a baby making song, and that was
Mm,
okay. We
Yeah.
knew it was gonna be that one song on the album that when you and your whoever you was with decided it was time to go down, baby, you was gonna put that song on. Like Tevin Campbell, break it down. I don't want nobody else here to sound. Okay, you know, and you knew that's how it was gonna happen. But they also had a pop song, they had a ballad, they had a love song, they had a "You Made Me Mad," I don't like you no more, I'm kicking you out. You know what I'm saying? All that, so they
Mhm.
were well rounded. But now nobody's well rounded.
And even then, if we were to have a sex song, there were metaphors.
Yep.
Yeah,
There is no creativity now with what we're listening to. It's
Come
so
over and f me. Come over and f me tonight.
right.
That's
It's so in your face.
yeah.
Where's the
that's
illusion?
true.
Where's the illusion? Where's
Yeah,
the seductiveness? Where's the romance? Where's the sexy? None of that is there.
Because I feel like there's no real writers like to make come up with these metaphors.
that's true too. All of the writers have gone where the real money is. They try to go to television. If you can write a little bit, you could go. But when you say now look what Xavier put. Adina Howard wasn't doing using metaphors, but that was her genre. That's where she was.
Hmm.
That was her lane. It wasn't like everybody wasn't Adina Howard. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
there was
again, her
only one
date
Adina
was
Howard.
there.
When I want to go for
But
something like that, I know I can go to Adina. But
even with Adina Howard, she wasn't. She was deemed raunchy, but if you listen to her lyrics, she wasn't nowhere near in the stratosphere of what these people said. She made what?
Yeah,
Push her in my
that would
panties
be
on and freak like me.
preschool to what stuff is out now. Like the
Exactly.
song she put out back then seemed raunchy, but now it would be like preschool to what people put out now.
Hmm. I mean, if we want to be clear, I would venture to tell you, you listen to some of the SWV songs from back in the day. They were real raunchy.
Downtown,
They were
downtown. That
real,
song was about getting head.
yes. Or think about "You're the One," where they was talking about helping some man cheat on his wife or girlfriend.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm just saying.
But it wasn't out in your face like the way that they sung it. You didn't know. You like, are they talking about that? Are they not talking about that? Or the music was just so good. It was like you didn't really pay
Right.
attention to
And that was
about
the
it because it was
difference. It was music, musicality, and people really just wanted to make good music. Nowadays, they're making trash.
hmm
it's very few I actually listen to. I enjoy Money Long. I enjoy her songwriting and her voice. And for men, I there's for me right now, there's only like one good male singer, and that's Lucky Day.
mm.
That's coming up.
I don't
Every
even know
all
what that
the
is.
what happened to real male singers?
Yeah, it is none
All
anymore.
male singers sound like lambs, whiny lambs. All of them.
Yeah, that's true. You haven't had any like strong male vocalists probably since the late '90s, early 2000s. Probably the
Usher
last.
was the last one.
Usher
Yeah,
was the last one. And people talk about Chris Brown.
Eh,
The disappointing thing about Chris Brown actually has vocal ability and never uses it.
yeah.
And never
And he mostly
used
like do that talk rap singing. Now he don't even sing at all. And he used to sing a little
right.
bit in his earlier albums, but now he don't sing at all.
To me, the best vocals I've heard Chris Brown sing was not even his song. That was when he sang with what's her name on No Air.
Oh
What's her
yeah,
name?
Jordan Sparks.
Jordan
Jordan
Sparks.
Sparks. When they tore that song up, that was one of his best vocal songs, and that wasn't even his song.
Yeah,
Bruno Mars is nice, but Bruno Mars, I, because Usher for me is a standard when it comes to modern male singers. He ain't hitting with Usher.
hmm
That goes back to what Every say. He don't have that oil. He be trying.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
feel like he be trying, but it's like you kind of there, but it ain't got that same stank on it. I need you to have
I
that
I
oil.
I like Ari Lennox. Now I do like her.
I
She
like her too.
she gives me like a Erica Badu vibe. Like I like her like that neo soul Erica Badu vibe. So I do like her, and I would say she sounds a little bit different than these other girls. You know, I would give her that. Her and then what's Beyonce's proteges? Chloe and Holly.
Chloe. I want
I I
Chloe to
I like
find
them,
an
but
identity that
yeah,
suits
Chloe. I just think that she needs to figure out what she wants to do because you just coming off as a Beyonce like clone, and but you could. She has talent though. That's the whole thing. She
her.
has
Yeah.
talent. I just think she needs to find her sound and what she wants to do. So
Yeah, but for
Hey
me right
Xavier, I
now,
need you to send me the link to that. You
Lucky
know
Day is
who
like the
can
only
sing to
male
me?
R&B singer
yeah,
that's
You know
coming
who's
up
a
I
female
behind
singer that
Usher.
can sing, but I hate it for her because some of her things that she chose to do has made me kind of not look at her in a positive light. Thea Revo. She can sing down. Now I will give her that. But some of her things that she does with her career, I'd be like, really? But just in terms of her vocal ability, Mama can sing. She can sing down. I will give her that. But yeah, Jay, you got to come up here more often. Maybe I ain't gonna tell you to show your face because then you really might have the people swooning over you. I ain't gonna have you get over here getting stalked by my subscribers. Um, you know, come over here more often. I like to show my face. Only reason I'm not showing my face is I had to get on my laptop and it's like on my lap, and y'all be looking straight up my nose, and y'all might not want to see my nose inside my nostrils. So I'm not gonna turn my camera on so y'all can look at me this from this direction because I was on my phone earlier, and it was having some issues. But but yeah, y'all gotta come on here more often. I'm about to get up off here because we got to go over to Really Be because she's about to have her tribe meeting. We're gonna go over there and party with her. Um y'all have anything else for the people before we get on off here? Oh, don't forget 8 o'clock tonight. Can someone redrop Darren Green's channel? Can somebody one of my mods go snatch up Darren Green's link and drop it in the chat? We're gonna be on Darren Green's channel at 8 p.m. to do a panel discussion uh on Honk for Jesus.
Oh, I need to watch that movie still. I
It's
haven't watched
actually a good movie.
I
It
haven't watched
exposes.
it because Peacock isn't allowing me to cast it from my computer. I have to get it on I have to sign it to my Peacock account on my phone and cast it. I don't want to do that.
Oh well, wait. You can't. Well, my Peacock works on my computer. Yeah, I don't. Well, I don't know. I only go on it on my computer, so I don't know. Um, but yeah, catch us over there on. Thank you, Tracy, on Darren Green's channel. I want to say thank you to everybody who came. Thank you, mods, for modding and doing what y'all do today. Um, this was very random. I just came on just to come on to talk to y'all because I've been missing y'all. As I always say, I love y'all. I love all y'all. Thank you all for being vocal present and active. Thank you for doing what you do. Thank you for any and all contributions that you make to the channel. They're much obliged. They're much appreciated. I do have a politics of it all that I owe you all. I might do it tomorrow. If I don't do a politics of it all tomorrow, then I'll definitely do a lot of politics on Saturday, on Silly Saturday. We will be having Silly Saturday on Saturday. We're going to have a good time with it. Trust and believe I am here. I'm home. I'm in town. We're going to have to do Silly Saturday on Saturday. So, yes, we'll be back to our regular. We haven't had a Silly Saturday in like 2 months. So, we'll be here. Little baby, thank you. Jay, thank you.
You're
Oh, so
welcome.
much for coming on and being here with me. That's all I got for y'all. Until next time, thank y'all for coming. Y'all drive safely. We are out of here.
Bye.